It's fun because I watched the trailers that have been released, and I know we still have so much film left.
Something that I was really interested in is both of you kind of play two different ideas of the patriotic hero and what that can mean. And I was just sort of wondering if you could talk a little bit about preparing that, or how you saw your characters within that framework. Joel, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I loved the journey that James took Flag on for this film, and I think this version of Flag is a little bit less cynical and more idealistic, and that's why he gets so incredibly charged when he sees that there are things that his government has done that he just has a real problem dealing with.
As we know, global franchises are tough because it's best to play it safe, and you want to get an experience where anyone around the world can sit down and be entertained. So you got to start there. I think that the bravery in James Gunn is you can sit down for 2 hours and 20 minutes and the film is nonstop. You will be entertained. If you choose, you can dive into the nuance of some of the story like you did with your opening question, which I think is fantastic. And there's a lot there. And I think there are multiple perspectives. I never want to tell the audience what to take away, and I never want to tell the audience how to feel. I think that's unfair. My one wish is that they're entertained. I just don't want them to go up and leave the movie theater. I think the views of both Flag and Peacemaker, and you can even throw Bloodsport into that mix as a performer from another level. But I think that story of why we're doing it and will we walk the talk when we are approached with some uncomfortable situations, I think that's very riveting. Should you want to take that path? But I applaud James for making a film that is sit down, entertaining, and a wild ride, but also has that subtext if you want to spend some time on it.
Something I thought was pretty brilliant. I've seen it a couple of times now, and I definitely saw it with two different audiences. One which was the laughing, heads blowing up, incredible, and then I saw it with a couple of my friends who were just like, "Oh my God, this is a radical superhero movie! Like I didn't really know this exists." And Joel, something else I thought was really cool. It's just kind of it's a small moment, but could you speak to a little bit about you and Harley both being returning characters and kind of that relationship there? Because there's some really sweet moments where we get to see this friendship, which kind of belies the violence of the Suicide Squad.
It was one of my favorite things that I read in the script, that that relationship between Harley and Flag, has evolved, and in this version, they've gone through a lot of shit, and even though she's one strange cookie, Flag now trusts her and views her as a friend and as his team member, and is prepared to die for her, and it gave another layer to that relationship that I thought was really cool.
And John, do you have a moment that you're really excited for people to see? You talked about entertainment, so is there a moment that you're waiting for audiences to kind of see and react to?
Man, it's tough to say that about a movie with so many moments and so many trailer moments. It's fun because I watched the trailers that have been released, and I know we still have so much film left. And that's very rare on a global franchise. You usually put your best foot forward, and that's this is so much more than that. And I'm just excited for the conversation that's going to happen after people leave the theater. And I don't know what that's going to be, and I know it's going to be all over the place. And I appreciate that. And I don't expect it it'll be positive, it'll be negative, it literally will be all over the place. I'm much more excited for that because there's so many moments, it's difficult to choose just one.
Yeah, I agree. I've already written a fair few pieces, and I know a couple of other places have too. So I think it's going to be really interesting.
I'm so stoked for people to see it.
Yeah, me too, dude. I saw it a while ago, and I've just been telling everyone every time, you need to see this movie. So thank you both so much. I appreciate you taking time, and congrats on what I think is a really special movie.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.